welcome to the Mindfulness Broadcast, everyone. I know each of you here, and I appreciate each of you here, and I'm so glad you're here. Um, I in December, I lost a really great friend, one of my best friends on the planet, and in June, I went to her celebration of life, and so there were people from all these walks of her life, from childhood, from she lived in, I think, six different states and a couple different countries, and had different careers that she was in. And anyway, all of those representatives from her life were there. There were several hundred people there and in attendance. And one of the things that I recognized was each person, regardless of which phase and which chapter and which season of the life that they connected with Kim, everyone had the same experience with her. Everyone had the same thing to say. Her laugh came so easily, her light shined so brightly. She was crass and authentic and just her. And beyond just the grief of her, kind of still reeling in my heart and my mind, I often just think about that experience and wonder, who am I? Essentially, these existential questions that come around in midlife of like, who am I? And am I authentic? Am I the same? And I think about how many masks I wear based on my setting. And some of those are the reason I have a job, and some of those masks I want on or I change based on my environments. But some of them I think about how much of me I mask based on the environment I'm in, and how rare it is to experience somebody like Kim, who was just always her. There was very rarely a mask. And so it's just got me thinking about that question. And in fact, all week or two, for the past 2 weeks, I've been doing my LinkedIn articles and my TikTok videos and all of these in kind of this identity based questioning. Because from a neuroscience standpoint, the rest of the sentence, I am, whatever the rest of that sentence is, influences our behaviors. It influences our beliefs and it influences our behaviors, and it influences the evidence that we are picking up in the world. So if I am creative, I am resilient, I am surrounded by love, those are all statements that change the way my brain experiences the same external environment than if my brain is saying, I am not creative, I'm not good with time, I'm not really a problem solver, I'm not safe in this world, I'm not loved or lovable or able to love, right? All of those endings to that statement influence the exact same world. And so it's just fascinating, I think about. And so this morning in our mindfulness practice, we're going to spend some silence pondering our own answer to that question, who am I? And I know that's a lot to drop into your plate at 8:15 on a Friday morning in the heat of summer, but I think it's one worth pondering and seeing, exploring if the answers are what you want them to be. And if not, a reminder to each and every one of us that we are malleable. We get to choose the response to that question, right? We get to choose it. We get to change it. How it was, that answer maybe 4 years ago, pre COVID, different season of our life. We can tend to that and say, does that suit me now? And if the answer is no, then we get to practice self awareness and self regulation and neuroplasticity and change that to really be able to experience the world in a way that better aligns with who we are now, today. So, with that, you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze and just allow the breath to enter your body purposefully and intentionally, bringing your full awareness to the inhale, noticing it on your nostrils, down your throat, as it fills your chest, moves your body. And then a real slow, focused, intentional exhale, feeling your belly drop, your shoulders drop, the exhale of your warm breath on your lips. And just repeating that intentional process a few times at your own pace. And as you do that, these last few breaths, you might just adjust your body in any way that allows it to be fully present. Perhaps putting both feet on the floor, lifting your chest, tucking your chin, and then allowing your natural breath rhythm to just flow and moving your attention to the question that I posed. Who am I? And for some of us, what will come out are titles. I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a manager, I'm a, whatever. Allow those to flow and then see if you can continue to go deeper. Maybe in values and attributes. Inviting all answers and not just those that might be appropriate for a room, but going deeper into some of your internal dialogues. Who am I? And then allowing a few of those just to kind of sit out in front of you for you to observe. I think about it like you pluck them out and you put them on the table in front of you, like you would maybe an apple. Like, is this ripe? Is this rotten? You're kind of looking at it at all angles. Put these identities out in front of you, whether it's one or whether it's 10, ones that stood out to you. And then with compassion, with self love, just explore with curiosity. Is this still true? You might even go deeper. Was it ever true? But is it true now? Does it serve me? Does it align with who I am, who I want to be, how I want to spend this moment of time on earth? Just continue being curious, exploring, asking questions, noticing insights, whether it's through visual stimulation or through internal dialogue or through a physical sensation. And if at any point you need to ease up from the practice, just return to your breathing, noticing the inhale and the exhale. And then you might explore the question, who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? And as you explore the answer to that question, reminding yourself that you get to answer that. You get to change. You get to solidify. You get to do a lot right here. And the answer to those questions influence our beliefs and our behaviors and how we experience our life. Who am I becoming? And even if it feels impossible or the path feels unknown, really just claiming that and allowing it to settle in. And as we close our practice, returning to our breath, bringing with us any insights or little nuggets of wisdom or brilliance that came through you today that you want to carry in to the day. And when you're ready, slowly bring your gaze up or open your eyes. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful to each of you. Be well and take care.